Ms. Anderson, y'all don't have any bank accounts?
We do.
Can you hear me, Miss Lane?
Yes, sir. Thank you for letting me appear by Zoom.
I'm so sorry that you found yourself at the hospital, and I hope everything goes very well.
Thank you.
All right, could I get y'all to raise your right hands, please? Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give this call should be the true self you got?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go right ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, I have two witnesses today, Terrence Elam and Shamika Elam. And also my client is Maureen Hamilton, the surviving spouse.
Yes. And
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they were already sworn in. I
Yes,
didn't.
they are.
Okay, thank you, Judge. At this time, Your Honor, I'd like to call Maureen Hamilton.
I did swear them in, didn't
You did. You just did.
I? Got me to thinking.
Okay, sorry.
It says computers.
Oh. You ready for me to go forward, Judge?
Yes, please.
Okay. Ms. Hamilton, could you state your full name for the court?
Maureen Michelle Hamilton.
And Ms. Hamilton, did your husband, Albert Ed Hamilton the fourth, pass away on September 10th, 2023 in Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas, at the age of 50 years old?
Yes, ma'am.
And y'all resided in your domicile. The place you live is also in Jefferson County, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
At the time of your husband's death, he had a prior marriage to a Miss Dora Denise Hamilton Trahan. Is that correct?
Did you say Nora?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
And they divorced in 2016, and of that marriage they adopted 3 children, and we've listed those with the court: Ty Sean Camille Hamilton, Johnny Ray Hamilton, Ashanti Grace Hamilton, and they're like I think 10, 11, and 12.
Yes,
Is that correct?
yes.
And no other children were born to or adopted by your husband other than those 3.
Yes, ma'am.
And there were no other marriages than to you and his former wife.
She's married.
Oh, I mean, of him.
No, ma'am.
Okay. At the time of your husband's death, he did not have a will, is that correct?
Correct.
And you looked diligently, and if there was a will, you would have presented it to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
And of that property, I heard the court mention bank accounts, but there were joint right of survivorships on that. Correct? That
Yes,
means
it,
the bank account went to you.
yes, ma'am. I was the beneficiary.
Yes. Okay.
Very good. Thank you
Now,
for bringing that up.
thank you, Your Honor. Of the real property, you have real property and some vehicles, but of those, they are community property. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And in those properties, there are secured notes on almost everything. I mean, you have a mortgage, you have debt on the Nissan, etc. Quite a bit of debt. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. The Nissan was returned to the
Okay, because it was almost the
new.
note was more than the value. Now, is there any felonies or anything that would prevent you from being appointed or disqualified by this court?
No, ma'am.
And we've given notice to the minor children personally through a constable and have spoken on a regular basis with their mom. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions, Ms. Hines?
Judge, I don't have any questions. I interviewed the Elams, two other disinterested witnesses, and Mr. Hamilton's ex-wife. Everybody told me the same story.
Very good. Thank you. All right, you may sign your proof just as your name is typed there, Ms. Hamilton. And you may proceed with the Elams if you wish, Ms. Lane.
Yes, sir. I'd like to start with Terrence Elam. Mr. Elam, you have you read your affidavit of proof of facts concerning the identity of heirs and find it to be true and correct? Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you knew the decedent from 1998 until his death, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And of this testimony, do you find this to be true? There are only 3 children and only 2 former wives? I mean, 1 former wife and the surviving spouse?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Elam, for coming. I pass the witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
At
Go
this time, Your Honor, I'd like to call Shamika Elam. Ms. Shamika, you heard the testimony of your husband and of Ms. Marine. You knew the decedent from 2004 until his death. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And y'all had a close enough relationship that you would know whether there were other children born or adopted than these 3.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you read your proof of facts concerning the identity of heirs and find them to be true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the state appears to be around 145 to 150,000 for the community share. And a lot of it does have mortgages, and I didn't realize the second vehicle was returned, but it was a lot of debt.
Yeah,
For the bond.
right. Right. Okay, I've signed the judgment declaring heirship. Um, Looks like Ms. Hamilton has already signed the affidavit of assets.
Yes, sir. And Your Honor, I did a certificate
Testimony
of service.
today, Ms. Hamilton, that the 2021 Nissan Titan has been returned to the finance company.
Yes.
And so what's left is the 2007 Cadillac, a couple of Blair Sportsman's four-wheelers, and a utility trailer in the home that's on Evelyn Court. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the home on Evelyn Court has a mortgage note. Do you know what the amount of the mortgage left is?
185,000.
I can get a amount for you, Judge, if you
Will
like.
you do that, and then I'll set the bond and sign the order. Can you get that for me by tomorrow afternoon? I am leaving on vacation Wednesday.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad for you. You
Um,
need a good vacation. I will get that
Wife
for
does
you.
from having to live with it.
I'll get that for you, Judge. Just call it to Melissa.
That'd be great, or you can call me.
Okay. All right.
Ms. Hamilton, I've signed the judgment declaring heirship, and I will sign and set the bond on the order authorizing administration of the estate. Here's a guide you can take with you that explains the probate process. I've signed your order, and Ms. Lane will get with you about doing an inventory, which the estate's code is gonna be required to file one within 90 days, and she'll explain to you what that involves. I hope everything, you may be excused. I hope everything goes well with your dad and you take care of him.
All right. Thank you, Judge. And
And
thank you, Melissa and my clients for appearing without me. I appreciate it.
well, Ms. Elam needs to get back out there and sell some more real estate because she's been off Facebook too long right now. She's always on Facebook.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Okay. Well, thank you, Judge, and you have a good vacation.
All right, take care now.
All right.
All right, let me know if you need anything.
Thank you.
We'll try to help you any way we can. Thank
you.
y'all for coming in.
Judge, I've heard y'all tell a couple of lawyers that they were able to get their letters today. What's the procedure for that?
You go, we notify them how many letters you want, and we're trying to do it the old way. It may take a little bit longer, but, you know,
It takes about 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, that's what we were used to, and all of a sudden
Oh.
they wanted us to file a letter and come back 4 days later and all that.
yeah, we've been working on this for many months, or they've been working on it.
So if we could tell you how many letters we need at the hearing, then we can go downstairs and get them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Just like
about-
before.
Yeah, that's how we used to do it.
Yep,
How we
just
used
like
to do it.
before.
All right, thank y'all.
How we used to do it before we got the Tyler technology.
Thank you.
To make it better.
That is better.
How you doing, Judge? You good? I
I'm
hope.
doing well.
Can you say where you're going on vacation, or is it privileged to? Spain? Back to
Italy.
Spain? Italy? Well, Lena hears about that.
The free range from Cindy or for contested pocket.
I'm gonna quit going on vacation because every time I pick to leave on vacation, one of my friends passes away.
Oh, another one?
Well, we lost Commissioner Pierce.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. It was no time since the last friend passed, right? A week or two, I thought it.
Yeah, he had another friend.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, just fine.
All right.
Be just a minute, Judge, is reviewing the file.
Good morning, Mr. Dean.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Well, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the true self you got.
Yes, I do.
Okay, since I have the camera here, I'm gonna show you what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. James A. Dean. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if you recognize his signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
To your knowledge, after the date he made this will, which appears to have been on June 18th of 2018, did he ever amend it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, and you also recognize that as being his signature on that self-proving affidavit on the will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Calvin.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Dean, James A. Dean was your dad, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I understand that he passed away on or about February 28th of this year. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we've sent you over, you've identified that his last will and testament dated June 18th, 2018. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
We sent you over a proof of death and other facts, and have you had an opportunity to review that document?
I have. Yes, sir.
And is everything contained in that document, as far as you know, true and correct?
It is. Yes.
Okay, and finally, we sent you an oath, and you assure the court that you and I will take care of the affairs of the estate to the best of your ability. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so asking the court to admit the will to probate and order letters testamentary be issued to you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That's all we have unless you need anything further.
All right, so Mr. Dean, you're gonna appear before a notary up there where you live and get them, you're gonna sign that proof of death and other facts in your oath, just as your name is typed on it. Get them to notarize that, return that to Mr. Dowden. And Mr. Dowden will e-file those with the court, and I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary. I've given Mr. Dowden a guide that explains what your duties and responsibilities are. He'll send that to you so that you can read it. Make sure you cooperate with him in doing an inventory, which the estates code requires to be filed within 90 days of the date I sign the order. So hopefully you'll get that notarized and sent back to him today.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Kyle.
Y'all have a great one.
Thank you. I'll call you, Kyle.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.